Guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, if you're new to the channel, because I've had a crazy weekend with one of the last videos that I put up, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Simon, and basically that's kind of what this video is about. Basically, titles, thumbnails, clickbait, and just a general, I just want to be completely transparent about the channel, and what my thoughts are, where I want to take the channel, my motivation and everything like that. So thank you to everyone that's just recently joined the channel. It means an incredible amount to me, and if you haven't already joined the channel, please do so. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers, which is amazing. And for a boy that's watched and grown up with YouTube, always wanted to have a channel like as a hobby, and grow it, not necessarily knowing what I wanted to do with it, and it just turns out that I do golf videos, course vlogs, reviews and everything else like that, and it's starting to really escalate and really work well, and there's a load of opportunities, which is amazing. So personally, I just want to say thank you to everyone that watches these videos, comments, likes, subscribe and everything else like that. However, if you've been a part of the channel for a while, you'll know a common trend recently in terms of the videos that I've been putting out. And I want to be completely honest with you guys, because in terms of where the channel started, which is very much a progression on my professional golf level, so my transition here at JD Golf Academy, I've been doing a lot more course reviews, which I actually really enjoy. I like making them. I like being kept up to date with the latest trends, whether it's good equipment, bad equipment and everything else like that. However, I've seen a dramatic increase in views, subscribers, money that I've made from ad revenue, and that's basically what I'm doing today. I want to show you the ins and outs and why I put the most expensive in the world in every title recently, just playing about with it, and just seeing some incredible success. But at the same time, I don't want to treat you guys any differently, or think that you're not seeing what I'm doing, because I don't want to insult you guys basically at the end of the day. And so that's why I'm going to show you some of the numbers of the videos. You can have a look at the analytics, how much each video makes me, why, and how I'm going to spend the money on the videos, trying to grow the channel. There's so many things that I can think I'll make this so much better, in terms of equipment and stuff. And so yeah, that's basically it. So let's get into the video. Let's have a look.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just quickly go through the videos, not one by one, but just have a look in terms of the titles, the engagement, and then in terms of views and everything else that I'm getting from them, because I find it quite interesting. And if you're interested in starting a golf YouTube channel, I feel like this might be an added benefit. If you've ever been interested, this might be interesting, anything like that. So that's why I'm doing this video. And obviously, as I say, I want to be transparent, I want to be honest, and obviously show you guys where I want to take the channel. Now, the interesting part goes back to March. Now, before March, I pretty much was just focusing on my Instagram account, hardly spending any time on my YouTube channel whatsoever. And then it came to March and I was like, right, put the foot down, start doing some work. So me and Greg were doing a lot of course vlogs, and I had about 3,000 subs at this point, which I'd grown through my handicap tour, handicap 42 European Tour series. Then obviously, if you've been a part of the channel a long time, thank you ever so much for still being here. But obviously I wasn't doing that anymore. I had other focuses, like my long drive and my club fitting and my teaching and everything else like that. So my views were kind of dwindling, but you guys, your support still was amazing, in terms of likes and comments, and which is great, but they just weren't necessarily getting as many views as I was used to. And that's because I wasn't putting European Tour in the titles. And this is kind of what this whole video is based on. It really depends what your title has in it in terms of what ads go on your videos. And I think that'll be quite apparent as we go through these. So going through them, Greg, as always, excellent partner to video with. I'm going to be doing a lot more course vlogs coming up, I can promise you that. So then all of a sudden I started obviously experimenting, and this is when it got kind of interesting. Obviously I did my first long drive episode, and I put longest hybrid, and you saw the views all of a sudden, even though not necessarily the engagement was different, the views already started jumping up. So that kind of got me a bit interested. And then the P790 UDI came out, and I was like, well, I've got to do a review because I love hitting 2-irons anyway. And then that was just a massive video. And then 5 days later, I did another one where I compared it to the TMB. And again, incredible amount of views. But in terms of views to like and engagement, it wasn't massive. So I was really interested why these videos in particular were getting a lot more publicity, why they were getting out there more, and why I was getting a lot more awareness for the channel and everything else like that. So I played about with it. I had a look at a few ideas. Obviously this was midsummer, so not really much equipment and everything else was coming out. I got Mary out on the golf course, and these are definitely like these series, and I promise you I will be doing more videos with Mary in terms of like teaching her and everything else like that, because you guys love that kind of stuff, and I think that's really interesting as well. But it's really interesting to see that the like and dislike ratio doesn't necessarily correlate with how well a video does, and I'll show you why. So these videos here with Mary, for example, bless her, unbelievable, like the best ratio I've ever had in any videos, to be perfectly honest, and you guys love them and I love teaching her. We are getting married in 2 weeks, so we've had very little time in our spare time to obviously both get out on the golf course and video, but hopefully after our honeymoon we get back, hopefully we can hit the ground running and carry on with that. And so, as I say, like in terms of like the like to dislike ratio, really good. You guys love them, and the views were really good as well. Like I was ecstatic with this. However, 11th of June hit, and I saw on Instagram a post on the TS2 and TS3 driver. I typed in YouTube, and there was no one, not a single person that had done a video on it. And I'm pretty sure I probably shouldn't have done a video on it, but I didn't really like. If you watch that video, maybe you're here because of that video, but if you watch that video, I literally just talked about the driver and like conspiracies and like what I think they might have done with it, what they might not have done with it. And it's just 5 minutes of me literally just talking rubbish about the driver. But I thought it'd be interesting, and I wanted to test, and it was just crazy. Like the views on it, and the amount of money, which I'll show you in a second, how much I earned from it, was just ridiculous. For the little work, like I've spent like 10 hours doing a course vlog before, shot traces, that, which I enjoy, I love it. And that's the whole reason I have a YouTube channel. But it blew my mind. I spent 5 minutes about a driver that I didn't even have in my hand, which obviously you can see by the dislike ratio, but that didn't seem to stop it. Does that make sense? Like the views were still ridiculous. So then all of a sudden I was like, brilliant. PXG was, as you're probably aware and probably sick of if you watch my channel, is the next one that I uncovered. So I did this, and I thought this was because I got so many views on the last one. And to be fair, it was well supported. You guys seemed to like the video. It did really well. I then did a part 3 vlog, and you can instantly like see, I tried to really clickbait it, like worst lip out in history, but hardly any views. And to be fair, it wasn't that exciting. I probably shouldn't have posted it, but I got into that mentality. I want to post like each day, which I do. I want to do 5 times a day. And again, that comes down to equipment, which I'll talk about. And then I did the most expensive stinger, which is quite possibly my most popular video at the moment. But again, like the like to dislike ratio just wasn't that great. Like, I do take your guys' like consideration and your like everything else into play. And obviously it was interesting in terms of the videos that have like lots of likes, or I'll show you a few. For example, like this one, how to catch a golf ball on your wedge, for example, 91 likes. That's because I do a few trick shots. I did that. That's amazing. Thank you ever so much for everyone's support. But it doesn't necessarily correlate into that many people that are viewing the video. However, these two, this was actually quite a good one, to be fair. I'm surprised how well this one did as well. Just keeping up to date with equipment. And this is why I quite like doing these reviews, is because I literally know everything before it comes out. It used to be a point where my lessons would come in and go, oh, have you seen the new Taylormade this or new thing? I'm like, not really. Whereas I kind of should be up to date. So this kind of stuff's really interesting. But at the same time, I don't want to spam your inbox. Does that make sense? Like, I see these as like adverts for SAS Golf, the channel. You might probably be aware of these videos because YouTube's pushing them out because they've got ping in the title, but you might only, if you're sub to the channel, you get to see like these videos or the ones with like Mary, because YouTube doesn't necessarily get as much ad revenue from these videos. And again, I'll explain in a minute why. So again, you look at these ones, so they're like the most expensive driver, for example. I did another one with like the fairway just to test it out again, and yeah, you can see like the ones that don't necessarily get the views, the ones that doesn't have a manufacturer in the title. Now, this is when I was like full most expensive mode or Taylormade mode. So you can see Taylormade 7,000, ping 10,000, just keeping current on topic. Did one like a roundup of the community, which I want to do more of these. This was actually quite a good video, I thought, anyway. But again, hardly any views. Mizuno lineup, again, loads of views. and this is just ridiculous. This is, if you've watched this, if you're part of the channel now, thank you ever so much. I think this is one of my best reviews because I didn't just talk about the putter. I tried to be a bit more engaging. I wanted to like be a bit more funny, get my like charisma over to you guys, and just make it rather than just a review. And I think this is what I'm trying to say. I want to do reviews in the future. They're great for the channel. They obviously help me grow, but also at the same time just don't want to do a boring review, which this I don't think was. I think I tried to be a bit different, maybe a bit critical, and just try and be a bit funny with it as well. If you haven't watched this vlog, watch it. I think, honestly, it's my best vlog I've ever done. You guys in the comments, again, said it's very funny. You can see how I've just played with most expensive 4-club vlog in the world, just to see if it's just these 3 words that are working. Because if you click on this video on your phone, it comes up, shop the most expensive putter, and everything else like that. So that's the kind of idea and the premise behind why I title the videos now. I'm not trying to trick you guys. I just feel like the algorithm in YouTube at the moment just pushes these videos more than it does. And it'd be interesting with the title that I've put on this video, and if you're still listening, how this video does as well. So we go on to the dashboard. TubeBuddy's like a plug-in that you can get in. Basically, just helps you look at your analytics. So this is how I've done like this month. I've got £283 last month. This is how I see all your comments and everything else down the bottom here, because I don't get notifications because I get so many comments. Not so many comments, I'm not that big, but I get quite a lot of comments, but I don't get notifications anymore. So that's how I normally check your comments and everything else down there. And this obviously is the money and everything else like that. So if we go into analytics, you can see exactly what each video does. And this is the one with the TS2 and TS3 driver that literally blew my mind. In terms of like effort put in and everything else gained, if that makes any sense at all. So this, hopefully with more content being better, this is going to be higher, which actually then today I want you guys to watch all the videos, but I can imagine sometimes they do get tedious and boring. And you can see when I drop a video that obviously has a catchy title. So this is probably the Ping i500. This was the PXG putter that I had the other day. And you can see here how well it's done. So I got $37 over the weekend for that video. Most expensive driver, $30. And you just look at the titles, the ones that earned me the most money. Most expensive, most expensive, most expensive, Ping, Taylormade, 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 Tiger Woods. Go on, my son. Tiger Woods, but I did have Titleist TMB in there. Ping, Ping, Ping. So you can see the titles of manufacturers, having it in the title just makes a massive difference. There's no way to really see any other way. I'll put you over 90 days, which is really interesting as well, because you can see exactly when I did this. So this is me plodding along, TS3 driver, TS2 driver, bam. And then since then, I've kind of just done the same. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I've kind of just done the same like theory with these videos, and it kind of works. I want to make a mixture. I don't want to necessarily, as I say, I don't want to do like loads of clickbait and all that kind of stuff, but it helps the channel grow, and hopefully it just lets you see the more original content that I want to post, and I want to get out there, and I want to do course vlogs. And this is the one. So the TS2 drive, $115 for 5 minutes work. That was just ridiculous. Unbelievable. But you can see none of my course vlogs are in here at all, and I've done videos for like ages, for example. But I want to do course vlogs because that's what I enjoy doing, but I love doing reviews, and I'm just trying to find a balance, and I just want to know your guys' thoughts basically, and everything else like this. And if this was useful, if you want to start a YouTube channel, golf YouTube channel, I know it's not easy, but doing videos that has a manufacturer in the title makes a massive difference, because they're the ones that are paying for the ads. So therefore Google's going to promote those videos more, because they go, this video is good, it's got your title, people then can click to buy the item. And I guess that's kind of way the world works. The only thing I want to show you else is my Social Blade. Great website. You can check any YouTuber out on this. I won't go on anyone else's because I don't think it's my place to go and show anyone else's views and everything else, but go and have a look. You can see, so this is when I did my most expensive putter video. So I've nearly got a new 200 of you guys over the weekend, which is amazing. So thank you ever so much. If you have just joined and you're watching this video, thank you ever so much for joining. And yeah, so that's kind of it really. Let's round up this video. Guys, there you have it. That's kind of my thought process behind the thumbnails and the titles. And as I say, I want to make the most engaging as I possibly can. I want to be very transparent with you guys, as without you guys this wouldn't be possible, and all the exciting things that I can possibly be doing at the moment. So thank you ever so much for your support.
In terms of what I want to spend the money on, it's basically going back into equipment. So as I said, me and Mary are getting married, so a bit of money has been going out at the moment, but I want to use the money from the ad revenue just to throw back into the channel. In terms of, I want to get new equipment, I want to get a new laptop because my one's like so rubbish. I want to get a gimbal because I think like still motion, like slow-mo shots of like clubs, music video-esque would look awesome. I want to get a drone, but these are all things that don't necessarily need to happen for the channel for this to happen, but I think it'd be an extra add-on that would just add that element of professionalism and just video making, and it's what I enjoy. I love doing this, I love making the videos for you guys. I think that's it. Guys, if you liked the video, leave it a thumbs up. As always, please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and yeah, catch you guys later.